Hi guys, and welcome to our Saturday night hangout. Hi Paola, I have got something to send to you. I have not forgotten. Hi Beaver of the Polar and Muad'Dib. I hope I've said it correctly. Hello, hi. We are here and we have Johanna with us from Northern Lights Tarot. Welcome to our hangout, Johanna.
Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
If you do not know Johanna, you will find her on Instagram under Northern Lights Tarot. You are sharing daily. You have so many posts, it's actually hard to keep up with.
I don't know. I'm still trying to figure out how to do Instagram, but I'm leaning into my own practice. So I guess you will follow the waves of that.
I think we all are trying to figure Instagram out. Haida says hello from Sweden. And whoever's on Facebook saying hi lovelies, I can't see your name, so hello from all of us. So what, Johanna, what brings you to tarot? Where did your journey start?
Well, it started really late, just a few years ago, and I come from as you said, I come from Sweden. I live in Sweden, and it's a really an outlier country. We don't think so. We think we're all norm, but it is in terms of being extremely secular. So very little spirituality. Like the religion is viewed as something really, really private and not shared. So, and that's that has been very well. That's what I've internalized growing up here. So this very critical intelligence, patriarchal logic structure.
I lived in Germany for 15 years in Munich, which is very much the same. It is a strange environment in which to be spiritual.
And I had and I was really good at this kind of the logic framework thing. So it was when I came to tarot, I was so blank. Like I didn't even have any. Like it's not like I thought this is fishy or strange. Like I had nothing. It was so far off to me, but it turned out within just 1 week a few years ago, I ran into 3 women who I really admire, I really respect, and in different ways they're all connected to this kind of like traditional business environment. So that's how I just got into contact with them. And all 3 of them in our different conversation or the different conversations I had with them, they really surprised me. So one woman she's an angel investor. She was looking at one of my companies and wanted to talk to me. And then when we got on the call, she was like, "When is your birth date? What time were you born? Let me read your chart." And then I was like, "Oh, wow." I was like, "Okay." That's how we're doing this business meeting. Oh, that's all right. And it turned out to this really beautiful conversation. And I was so impressed with her. Like she was so unforgivingly all these sides of herself. And that really resonated with me. Like she wasn't like, "Oh, so this is my other little side that I do, and then I also do this." She was just like, all of this is me. Like I'm thinking about all of these things at the same time. And then another, and the 2 other conversations I had that we were kind of the same. Like I met someone who I like really liked, but only knew in one respect, and they showed me something of themselves. And was just like unapologetically saying like, "This is like I have more, like like I have more. And I'm so curious, like that really spiked curiosity with me.
I think that's amazing, because I think probably all of us have had that moment where people are put into your life, and although you don't know it immediately, it changes things for you, or it sends you down a route that maybe you didn't think you would be going down.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Truly. And so I got my first deck completely blind, just like going onto the internet and going, I'll take this one. Like, this is, or I was actually looking for a book. Like, that's where I started. I was like, all right, I should read a book about tarot. So I looked at guidebooks, and then the deck came with the book. I didn't even realize I was buying a deck. I just thought I was buying the book. And this practice of like really slow start practice of learning the tarot, and then eventually finding an online community and meeting people, really this opening of more space. I really love that. I really love that part of this. I find that that if I look at my practice now, and how I can really have had the opportunity to add to my life, and I have several. Of course, I mean, I definitely have people in my life and my surrounding who go, I don't get that. Like, whatever, that's you, like, you guys do that, and to me it's the opposite. It's like I have this. It's this entire realm that I can also have. It's so amazing.
It's also a different world online as well. I mean,
Yeah.
we all live our lives in different parts of the world, but then we're all brought together online with people who do exactly the same, or are as weird as what we are.
And I'm also really curious. So I'm gonna tell me if this is okay for this live. But I would, how did the three of you guys come together and just form this community, which is so beautiful, and that I really enjoyed meeting?
Started with me. I started teaching the Lenormand cards for a spiritual school a number of years ago now, a long time ago now. And I ended up then thinking, well, I really want a place where I feel comfortable online. And I created groups on Facebook just to practice myself, but also allow others to practice in the same light, the same kind of people as what I was. And then a few years later, I met Maria at Ethany's Tarot School. Yeah. And then I met Jane online in a Facebook group.
Yes, my one of my friends in America was telling me to post my readings around all these websites, spiritual groups, and people will be coming for readings, because I was just setting up doing private readings and things. And Tony saw my readings and asked me to speak at the Big Bang conference, and literally it was like as fast as that.
So we basically do what we love to do. We basically do what we love to do with people that we love to do it with. And we have conferences and everything, which we love to do, with more people of what we love to do. Paula said she didn't know the story of how it all started. Yes, it actually started with me and the World Lenormand Association. That was the first group I actually opened up. And I had this feeling, I had depression at the time, I had anxiety at the time, and I found that the Facebook groups that I were in weren't really tailor-made to the kind of reading that I do, which is based on traditional meanings. So the systems, and it was all intuitive, and it was all way more spiritual than the predictive reads that I wanted to do. And I didn't really feel comfortable, because when I was in those groups, you know, when you post your own thing, you want to be able to feel comfortable. But then if other people come back just because they read in a different way. So I wanted to open up a place for people like me who love the history of decks, who love to read with the systems of the decks rather than pure intuitive reads. That's why the first group was opened as a safe place for me.
Yeah.
That was it. It wasn't going to be anything else. It was just going to be a safe place for me. And then it became a safe place for others. And I found that the more that I was doing it, the more other people were doing it too. So it just grew from there. And then I wrote a book on the Kipper cards. This is before I met Maria and Jane. I wrote a book on Kipper cards, and I opened the World Kipper Association just for the same reason, so that people could read Kipper cards as I read them, and we all read them together. And it's basically just to get my head out of my bottom at the time. That's all it was.
Makes sense to me.
Because sometimes when you are in groups that don't align with what you want to do or who you are, you tend to feel a bit of an outsider. So I wanted to have a place where outsiders actually felt inside somewhere. I'll say hello to a few people because we have got a few hellos. We have Rita, hello. Anna Johansson, hello. Domenica, hello. Facebook users, all of you. I'm sorry, I can't see who you are. Hello. Stella, hello. Ronald, Dennis and Raoul.
Dennis and Raoul. Hi.
Callat cards are watching. If you haven't seen our Callat cards video,
I haven't here.
Can look on our YouTube. Hi Dee. If anybody wants to read while you are on, please put your questions. If you want to love read, because we are in February and we're looking at love, then pop those in. But any read goes at all. I got all that in one go.
What do you have? What decks do you have with you today?
Who? Me? All of us. What decks have we got? Deck show and tell. Ooh.
Yeah.
What have you got, Jane?
I'm using standard Gilded Tarot Royale.
Oh, the big one.
To be fair, I'm not going to really be using these because I'm just using my runes. I like my runes than the speak, so they're calling me more than anything tonight. I think I'm just going to use my runes for my readings.
I've been using the Granger Lenormand quite a bit. I'm not sure if love reads on in February is a good idea with the Granger Lenormand because it can be quite bitchy. So,
oh, that spikes my interest. Maybe I can toss in a question.
Something a little less bitchy for Valentine's.
So
it's brutal. Oh, I love the Modern Witch.
I love that deck. It's just so big.
It is.
I love it.
Maria has tiny hands.
And Jane too. We have baby hands, so we can't use those decks.
The White Newman deck, it's the same size, but I like.
Yeah, I think
oh, that's beautiful.
I
actually also bought a small copy of the.
Of course, I actually really want the Effenberg Tarot. Have you seen it?
The what?
the Effenberg Tarot by US Games.
No, I
James
have not.
ordered it for me. It looks amazing. The artwork on it has it's not the whole body. You don't see the whole figure. You just see the part of the magician, for example. But it looks an amazing, amazing deck. That's what I want.
It's kind of medieval looking as well. It's really
That's cool.
I don't know what I'm using.
You're going to have to write that down or show
Tony's-
us.
Look at all the decks, what she's getting
For a moment, I understood the effing Birds tarot, and I was like, do they have a tarot? Because I want it, but I don't think that we are speaking the same thing, right?
No, but that should be a deck.
That would be a deck for us, definitely.
What am I using, Jane?
What do you want to use?
I don't know.
Why don't you use your kipper or something?
I've got those there.
Your Dame Darcy.
My Dame Darcy spills the tea.
Dame Darcy's good. Can I answer the first question?
Do you want to answer the first question?
Is that all right? Would that be okay?
Of course, go for it.
Yeah.
The reader of the polar
Yes,
is asking how their person feels about them.
I'm using Kipper. Go on.
And I'm going to use the runes.
See, Dee also thought that we were speaking about an effing Birds deck.
No.
We should do one.
It's an effing Birds deck. They only do a playing cards deck. Sorry, everybody who is watching, there is an Instagram account called Effing Birds. EFF.
And it's wonderful. It's magic.
Birds. And it is a magical account that everybody should follow. And we should talk to them about doing a tarot deck.
Yeah, please.
Okay, can I give people reads out while you're playing?
Oh, you certainly can.
Okay. So I will assign this one to you, Johanna. How will my relationship with Jay develop in the next 3 months?
All right.
Just
Hi,
handing them
Monica.
Maria,
Tell me.
this one.
Okay. Okay. EFT is a tapping thing, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
And I will do that one when I come to it. Okay, Jay, off you go.
So, breather of the polar. Breather of the polar. That's right, breather of the polar. How does your person feel about you? Well, one of the great things about you is that you actually shed light on a lot of things. So you're actually, you're very truthful and you're very forthright in that way. What I would say is you do kind of, if it comes to any kind of communication issues or at times when you're needing to assert yourself, you can tend to kind of stand still in that. So there could be times in which you don't speak your mind, but you will speak your truth if asked about it. I would say that they really do see that there's a great chance for things to develop and real opportunity for a lot of abundance coming within the relationship. But at times, you or them might appear a little less interested and might be a little bit defensive, which is probably why you can kind of the communication can kind of be a bit straight down the line or non-existent around certain matters in that sense, but they do really see an opportunity to grow with you and to think that you're very forthright and honest. You have a lot of insight. There's, these good conversations as well that you can have, but at times you struggle with asserting your needs or struggle with them being assertive.
Okay, Maria, do you want to go next?
Yes, I have my reading for D here with the Oracle Baleen, and overall it looks like a good decision, yet it appears that going through this process is going to awaken some things within yourself that you might have been ignoring or that you might need to resolve in yourself first before you are able to use what you have learned in other people or on other people, right? So I see it as a bit of self therapy in order to get to achieve what you want out of this course or out of this training. But overall, it looks like you will be pleased with the results, and that what it is going to bring up for you, even if it is not a very enjoyable process, it is going to allow you to clear things as well, and to kind of get rid of emotions that have been stuffed and boxed and not really letting you reach your full potential. So it looks like it's going to be good for you and good for the people that you can reach through this. Don't
All
say.
right, Johanna, you are up with Domenica's read on a relationship with Jay in the next 3 months.
Yeah, thank you. Hi, Domenica. So, month 1, the Magician. It seems like it's creation time. So there's this like really strong energy of going. So what can this be? What can it be? It seems like you're going to have a period which could be kind of intoxicating. Month 2 in the upcoming Temperance. Well, this I got a really good I got a really good feeling when I got the Temperance here, because it seems to me like this intense energy of the closest weeks will kind of be tempered or balanced, but it's still a really strong energy. So there's this it's not so this strong energy continuing, but with more balance. I think that also seems like a good sign. And then month 3, Page of Pentacles. And this is, so looking into the 3rd month or the 3 month down the line, seems like there's work to be done. And what I'm getting is that this, like all of these emotions that are stirred now in the upcoming weeks, in a positive way, like it's not stirred in a very it's stirred in a really constructive way, but what it lands it is really, there's at some point there's something that you need to start building if you wanted to go in a positive direction long term. So interesting quarter coming up, I think.
Absolutely. Okay, Andrea, I will pull Kipper or Lenormand. If you want to ask a question, pop it in. Otherwise, I'll do a general for you. At the moment, I am reading for this question and advice on the family situation and how you can solve the arguments and bad energy. At the end of the day, you have to look after you and you have to make choices that are right for you. You cannot make everybody happy. If you start moving in your own direction rather than worrying about everybody else and what they bring to the table, what arguments they bring to the table, you will feel in yourself in a much better position. If you do that, you will find that others also fall in line. So it's not about trying to fix anything. It's more about focusing on you and trying to fix you. If you do, you will be much happier, and eventually they will all fall into line anyway. Don't try and manage the emotions or manage the energy of other people around you. Only manage you in your universe, and allow everybody else to follow in once you start to feel better about yourself. And that was with the Kipper cards. Okay.
Can I do Fairy Fizz? Because I just really like the name.
Fairy Fizz.
Fairy Fizz.
I've not seen that one, but yes, you can do Fairy Fizz.
With a name like that, how could I not?
It's the Ehrenberg Tarot. It's not the Effenberg Tarot.
See, it sounded like the effing birds.
Yeah. I can count on Maria Wanda. Thank you for that. Okay, Johanna, we have Anna Johansson traveling to meet her love in 10 days. What should she be aware of for the best experience and outcome? Okay, I will look further down. Maria, if you would read for Maria, please. Decision
Absolutely.
to make, buy a new house or expand her existing
Love it.
home. Okay, very fish.
Very good. So I asked what the outcome is going to be tomorrow with regards to your son's gig and in particular the record company that are coming to see him. And what I can see is it is incredible. It's not overly strong, so that they are seeing that there's a lot to work with, but actually there is a real coming together in that. And what I mean by that coming together is there is a coming together. There will be some kind of opportunity. They're going to give an opportunity, whether it be for them to be gigging, say, with another artist as a support, or whether it be actually offering some kind of contract in some way. It is very, very positive. They see a lot of success. They see a lot of ways in which they can actually work with your son. I would say there will be some aspects of what there might be, what direction or what they could be envisaging him doing that he's maybe not even thought of himself, or if he's in a group in himself, they've not thought of. However, it is going to be extremely fortunate. Things looks really landing in his favour. It's going to be incredible, and there is a coming together with that. So yeah, be very positive, because it's good things are coming from it.
She says he's supporting his first signed act and agents wanting to sign
He is
him.
going to get offers of signing, and I will tell you the rooms that I've got. I have got Ingwars, I have got Perthrow, I have got Sawillow, I have got Urus in there. I have even got Ivaz, and Ivaz is on its side, so he's not showing up as that prickly like defensiveness. There's some aspects of, they might have to work around, but, in that sense, it could even be others, a bit of a frenzy going for him in that way. So yes, he might even have a multitude of offers, but he certainly will be getting one.
Magic. Maria, do you want to do yours next?
Yes, I do. So actually, both options look really good here with my Berlin. Lots of Jupiter, Sun in both options when looking at either buying a new house or expanding. So if you decide to go with buying a new house, what I see is that it is going to be positive for you and for whoever you live with. And as well, I see that you are going to receive help with the transition in some capacity. I see that the only negative aspect is that you are going to have to act pretty quick whenever there is something that you like, because what can happen is that you don't come in time to put in an offer for what you want, or that someone could do it faster than you, and this could delay the process. So if you are coming across something that you would like, I would recommend acting fast. It looks like it would be a good decision. The only thing that can delay it is the fact that other people could come in and put an offer first, so you would have to keep looking. On the other hand, if you decide to expand the home that you already have, I actually quite like that we have elevation right here in the strongest position of what favors this. So like progressing and building more and making the house bigger appears to be a good decision as well. And what I see is that it is going to somehow bring you closer to those that you are living with, and it is going to be a bonding experience in some way. The only thing is that that this one comes with guaranteed delays, while the other one can be something that is delayed to some extent if you don't act fast. It looks like this is a decision that comes with delays, whether you want it or not, because it's not very much in your hands. So that's what I can tell you about both.
Good luck, Maria Wanda, with that.
Hi,
Johanna,
Camila.
Johanna, it's your turn.
So hi Anna, this is so coming in 10 days. So and here's what I'm getting. So on the one hand, there's wishful thinking. So much hope pinned to this day, and so much longing, and so much, and it's really easy to get caught up in wanting everything to be perfect. And there's another opportunity here to see if you can calm those calm the wishful thinking and see, all right, so how can this grow? I want it to grow, and really appreciate the steps that are going towards that. And I also got the Fool, this beautiful Fool in the Modern Witch deck, which I'm interpreting as you can. There's so much choice here. Like if you go down the road of building a dream, a castle in the sky, then that will be the one that expands. So it might be really exciting shortly, but the risk of it also bursting is really high. Or if you want to put your energy, this focus into the small steps and really enjoying them. It's like not a spectacular, but really trying to enjoy the little steps, then that is what will grow tenfold. So I would say in the upcoming days before your love comes, I would say a little searching which way you want to go with this.
Magic. People who are commenting on Facebook, it does help us when we're reading for you if we can see your name. So if you put your name and the question, we will try and get to you. I am reading for Aura Rees, who has asked how she can improve her Lenormand and Kipper readings. We have a lot of practical cards, and it simply means practice, practice, practice. You have the foundations that you need. You have the you've done the groundwork already by learning the meanings, doing all the practical system things that you need to do. You actually have under your belt already. It's time to have some fun with them. So if you want to get a little bit creative, ask about storylines in a narrative on TV, for example. Choose a favorite book that you want to ask about. Ask fun questions, have fun with that deck, and you'll find that you feel like you are expanding so much more because you're just having fun with it. Even write a novel with a deck. Yay!
Make up your stories.
It's up. Yes.
Actually that's how I actually got like strong in narratives and things like that. Is you build a story. You know, if you think of any deck in itself, whatever system, whether it's tarot, Lenormand, Kipper, whether it's runes, you know, Owen, whatever it is, it's a book which has infinite stories. And you could be wanting to know a story about love. Tell me a story about love. And pull those cards and read that narrative. And tell me a story about work. Tell me a story about this or that or the next thing. Actually, get your decks, get your systems to tell you a story. And actually just utilize it as that, building that confidence in gaining that, you know, get going with it, you know, that movement and momentum, and really hone in and build your confidence with it.
And I ask for the tea.
Yeah, because there's nothing that it won't be able to tell you. There's nothing that no system cannot tell you. The only thing is whether you've got the confidence and the balls, so to say it, to be able to be detached enough to be able to read that story as it's transpiring. They will tell a tale. They've got a lot of tales to tell, so read them, enjoy them, and ask them to tell you everything going.
Jane, what question are you answering?
So I'm going to do.
Wow.
I'm going to do Heather Mitchell, and Heather wants to know if her health is going to be okay.
Perfect. That's the one I would have chosen for you. We have one, Johanna. Johanna, sorry, if you want to do Raoul's. Do you see a future for Raoul and Dennis in Scandinavia? Okay, Maria.
Tell me.
Maria. My name is
Okay.
Machio. Is that all right?
Yeah, let me read it now. Okay, I found it anyway. Okay.
Andrea, I will.
Okay, will he find one in the next 3 months? Got it. Thank you.
Aura Reese, you say that tarot is your great passion, but that Lenormand, I'm just turning the shuffling off, that Lenormand and Kipper fascinate you very much. If you love tarot, what is it that you love about that system? What is it that you love about reading? Because that same love of reading is for whatever system you are doing. You just have to become friends with it. Find out what its quirks are. Okay, Jane, you are up.
So Heather, I asked actually, first off, I asked for the current status of your health, because you want to know whether your health is going to be okay. And what showed up firstly is there's been some kind of changes to your health that haven't been really that great for you, or you haven't been feeling that great. I would suggest in some ways it's an elevation of something inflammatory, even it's suggesting in that. But it is something that your health is going to improve. So you're going to actually find that even though at this time it might feel like your body's working against you in some ways, you are going to actually be getting some kind of an offer, whether it's an offer to be having some type of treatment, or it's just within yourself you're taking a different approach to it. But certainly your body's going to be starting to improve. There is going to be betterment and a bit more kind of vitality, flourishment within yourself as well. I would say that one of the things that you need to know is don't go rushing too much with things or expecting too much too quickly. I would say that yes, you might feel that way, and it can make being unwell or feeling unwell can make you feel very impatient of like, when am I going to get better? But see, once you do start, actually that starts coming together, it's going to really get a lot of momentum, and you're going to be getting on your feet actually quicker than what you anticipate in that sense. So if it's a medication or something that's been offered to you, or some kind of new treatment, some kind of treatment that's being offered to you, you're going to find that it's going to actually, you'll see the improvement. You might not think it at first, but then you're going to really see just the momentum that's built and the ways in which you actually move forward. So yes, there is going to be a fundamental change to your health, and it is going to be something that will be for the betterment of you ultimately.
Magic. Maria, you are up next.
Yes, so I'm doing this reading for Marcio. I hope I'm not botching your name too much, about whether you will find a flat to rent within the next 3 months. So it looks like this is going to be challenging, and while the answer is affirmative and you will find a place to rent within the next 3 months, I would say that we are looking towards the end of that timeline for you to succeed. I see that you are going to see other options, but it looks like the conditions that are attached to these places are inconvenient for you, maybe for length of the lease, maybe due to pricing situations, or maybe because there is competition to get into the place. So I see that there are going to be a couple of attempts that are not successful, and you will continue your search. I see that you are going to find a flat place that is near a restaurant or something like that. I see that it is a busy environment, and that you might have some maybe preconceived ideas about the environment or the neighborhood in which it happens or in which it is, but I see that it is going to end up being a good option, and it is an option with which you are going to succeed in your search for a new flat. Yay. Silence.
One and a, you know, that's
What?
They're going to get a flat.
You know.
They're
Yeah.
getting a
What,
flat.
what did you say?
They are getting a flat.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
flat. Yeah, that's the answer. Yeah. Basically, lots of words to say yes.
Okay, Johanna, you're up next.
Yeah. So hi, Raul. The question of if there's a future for you and your partner in Scandinavia, and the cards say to me that there is the answer is with you. So if it's possible to find something really good in Scandinavia for you, the answer is yes. There is, if you want it, then there is a really good life there for you. However, what the cards are telling me too is that if you're fleeing from something, if you're thinking about it as a way of getting away from something, then that's not then that's something to really look out for. And if you are, but if there's authentic decision here, like authentic curiosity, then it could be a really, really good thing.
Magic, you'll have to keep us updated, Raul. So, Andrea, I had a look at the Lenormand GT for the year ahead as far as love is concerned, and I can happily confirm 100% that somebody is entering your life this year. It may not be till August, September time, but definitely in the autumn months, you are going to meet somebody. He's going to be entering your life, so I would suggest it's not somebody who you have known before, somebody brand new, somebody who is also a really nice guy, somebody who is open, giving, and available to you. You know, he wants to give his time to you. It is somebody who is also extremely positive. I would suggest that you have a few things to work on yourself before this happens. You are carrying a little bit of, let's DJ, carrying a little bit of sorrow or trouble at the moment. It's time to let those go so that when this person enters, they are entering for the best for you. Thank you, DJ, for coming. That must mean
DJ! Oh, I love
pudding.
DJ.
We are having chocolate pudding and custard after this.
Yes.
Ooh.
So we are going to thank Johanna for coming. Thank you so much. Everybody, please follow on Northern Lights Tarot on Instagram. And we will see you all. Who have we got next week?
We've got Monty and Amy Farber on Friday, or Zerba next week.
Monty Farber, Amy Zerner. Next Friday, is it?
Next Friday evening.
Okay.
And you guys are just so wonderful to hang out with me. Thank you so much for having me. I really enjoyed this talk and the comment feed, and just thank you.
You are more than welcome. And anytime you want to join us on our conferences, give us a heads up, because we are always looking for speakers on that. Thank you everyone for joining us. I'm losing my voice actually, so we will say bye-bye everybody.
Bye.
Bye.